So today I'm going to be doing a video on Christmas themed makeup. I'm going to show you how to do this look. I even wore my red sweater. This is about as close as it gets to a Christmas sweater that I have. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, Merry Christmas everyone. I do already have my face makeup on, excluding my bronzer, blush, and highlight. I like to do that last. And I already did my brows just because I wanted to focus on the rest of the look today. So yeah, let's get started. So I just applied the Lorac Behind the Scenes eyeshadow primer. So now we're gonna start our eyeshadow look. So I was looking through my eyeshadow palettes and colors, and I really wanted a true red and a true green because I kind of want to incorporate those into the look today. And like, there were a lot of, you know, really orangey reds or burgundies, and I wanted a true red. So I actually, I have a lot of Coastal Scents palettes, which are really great. It just has so many different color options. I find it's really nice for looks like today when you're looking for colors that aren't as common in palettes. So for example, the reds that are in here, so you can kind of see these two, oh, the little brush fell out. These two reds right here, if you can see those, they're really beautiful actually. And Coastal Scents eyeshadow is pretty creamy. It's not like maybe as great quality as Morphe or MAC or the higher end brands, but it's great. It's nice and it's not too expensive. So this is, I'm using the 42 double stack palette, which is a blush and eyeshadow palette. So I'm just gonna blend it all out. I want a really nice base. I am using the Morphe E30 brush. It's my favorite blending brush for a base or for blending out colors. So I'm just gonna go. So next I'm going to be starting with my red. So for this, I am going to be using, and this brush is stained. It is clean, but it's stained. I'm gonna be using the Sigma Blending E25. So hopefully you can see that there. So I'm going to be using this brush, and I'm going to dip into the lighter red because I want it to be like a bright red rather than a deeper red. So I'm just going to add some into the crease. I'm not going to go any higher than that because I don't want to look like a clown. I find the brighter colors like this, especially if this is a look that you'd want to wear to like a dinner or something, it's not just for fun. You want, don't want to have like your whole eyelid red. So as you can see, I'm just bringing that red in, and I'm just trying to make a finer line down here. So I'm just softly blending it out. Add a little bit more there. So now that I have that red there, I'm going to go back with my Morphe E30, the blending brush that I used for the base color. I haven't added any pigment on, and I'm just going to kind of work the edges so it blends them out, especially in there. You want it to kind of be more soft in here, so you want to blend that out a bit. So as you can see, that looks a lot nicer that it's been blended. So I'm going to do the same on that next eye. so I have my red. Now I'm going to just darken that a little bit and bring it down into here. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to be using the Morphe E28. It's a little bit more pointed, tapered at the top, so I can get a more fine, defined line with that. So I'm going to go into the darker red, get some of that on my brush. And so I'm just going to kind of go along the edge of my lid, my lash lines. And that's just going to add a little bit more depth. I'm going to darken the edge there. Okay, so I've kind of darkened the crease with that second red color. I'm just going to quickly blend that out and make sure everything is blended. I'm being really light when I'm doing this violet. You want it to be still defined, but just softened. So I'm going to go in with the Sigma short shader. It is the E20, the short shader. I like this brush for lining my bottom lash line. So I'm going to take the darkest green in the Coastal Suns palette that I'm using, and I'm going to I'm patting it, building up the color. Okay, so now I'm going to take that brush. I'm going to kind of blend it out. And then I'm going to take the Morphe E28 that I used for the darker red. I'm not going to add any color. I'm just going to go in and blend that out. First. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of the lighter red. And I'm just going to add it like that. You want to be careful because if you mix it too much, it's going to create almost like a bluish purple. With a little bit of this like camo green as well, I'm going to add it just because I want it to be more green than blue. And I find when I added the red, it turned a little bit blue, which is fine. I want the red there. This will kind of deepen the green rather than looking almost teal. So you just kind of add it on top so they kind of mix. So I'm going to be using the MAC Glitter in gold, the pigment. I seriously love this thing. I have a bunch of different pigments from MAC. I've gotten a couple of the kits. So it comes with a bunch of different loose pigment glitters. This is my favorite, hands down. So I like to take my Sigma large shader in E. Sorry, the reason I have to look so hard is they're kind of worn a bit because I've had these brushes for a while. They're my favorite, the Sigma brushes. It's the E60. Sorry about that. So I'm actually going to take my MAC Prep and Prime. I have the cucumber one, so that's why it's green. I'm going to just spray. You don't want it to be soaking wet, so I kind of wipe a little bit of it off on my arm. And then I'm gonna go into my loose pigments. And that is how I get it to pack on. You can also get eyeshadow primers that are for glitter. Urban Decay actually has one, I believe. I think it's Urban Decay or Too Faced. It's for glitter eyeshadow. This is just my favorite loose pigment, hands down. Love it. So when it starts to not pick up the glitter anymore, I just go back and spray my brush again. Only do it when you need to, or else you're gonna get it too wet. So I'm just gonna go along there and have some there. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to do the same on the other eye. So now that I have that, I'm going to go back in with my blender. Just blend the edges. It will, be careful because it will like move the glitter around. And if you don't want glitter in an area, it's going to be harder to get it off. So I'm going to just go back in now that I'm looking at it. I want a little bit more red. So I'm going to go back in with my darker red and just darken that a little bit. And then I'll just blend that out and So I just want to soften the edges a bit. I'm going to go back into the brown on the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to add a little bit. I'm really light with my hand up here because I want it to blend. I don't want to add pigment. I just want to blend the pigment already. So I went ahead, did my mascara, put on my lashes, and did my bronzer, contouring, blush, and highlight. I'm going to go ahead now, the final step in the look, with a red lipstick. It's just going to give that final Christmassy touch. So I'm actually using Milani lip products. Right now I'm going to be putting on Milani Color Statement Lip Liner. It's long wearing, easy glide formula to fill it, line and fill in 02. So it's in the red. Make sure you can see the Milani. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. And I do fill it in. Okay, so now that I have my lips lined, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Adore Matte Lip Cream. And that is in color 34, and it's called Beautiful, which it is. I love this red. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this inspires you. If you have any suggestions or recommendations or requests on what videos you'd like to see, just comment below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.